Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Horler and I'm here with Jim Wadsworth of Accura, and we're at Money 2020-2016 in Las Vegas. Thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you.
What are the fraud risks for the US market as a result of the implementation of real-time payments?
Hopefully most people now know the US is heading on the journey to real-time payments. We're working and delighted to be working with the clearinghouse on that. One of the great things obviously about that move to real-time is it will deliver real benefit for both consumers and businesses. Unfortunately though, the downside of that is that, by definition it'll move money faster, much faster between bank accounts. That also means that fraudsters can take advantage of it, and that's just inevitable. Any new payment solution fraudsters will have a good go at, and from their perspective it's great because it can move money really, really quickly from the original account it was stolen from to wherever they're sending it to.
What new approaches are needed to tackle any challenges?
There was a really great piece of work done in the UK 2 or 3 years ago, looking at just a day's worth of faster payments transactions. It was a collaborative effort between 6 UK banks. It took 18 months or so actually to do the work, which I think one of the big learnings from that was just how hard it is to do the analysis. But what came out of it was a lot of really interesting data. They were able to identify that something like 64 out of every million faster payments transactions were in some shape or form either fraud or money laundering related. They were able to identify some of the money mule accounts being used by fraudsters to launder those funds. But they also, perhaps really importantly, were able to show that by collaborating they were able to take detection rates up from something like 10% to 70%. Really showing that by working together, banks were able to do a much better job of finding these problems out. Within Accura, which is Vocalink's data analytics business, we've really been taking that to the next stage. We're working with a number of the UK's banks to apply very sophisticated machine learning technologies and techniques, along with some significant compute power, to deal with one of the problems that previous study had, which was the sheer difficulty of the analysis. So instead of spending 18 months to analyse a day's worth of transactions, we've been looking at more than a year's worth of data, and we've been able to run that over a small number of weeks. And I think that absolutely, that sort of approach where we're using sophisticated techniques at the centre of the payments network is a really important new approach to addressing this problem.
So what would you say other markets can learn from the UK?
Yeah, I think it's really important that that insight around complementing individual bank fraud detection capabilities, and they all do a really good job of that, with that centralised analysis approach. It's really critical. It will be very unfortunate whether it's the US launching its faster payment initiative or Thailand, which is going live soon, for example, if when they put those services live, they get hammered by fraudsters, that could damage confidence and so on. And frankly, money going out to organised crime and to terrorism is clearly unattractive anyway. So putting in place these sorts of solutions, the sort of stuff we've been pioneering in the UK, I think has a lot of potential.
Jim, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.